Why would she say that? That is so creepy. Welcome back to my series, Dance Mums Unedited. This is the series where I discuss the production notes written by actual producers of Dance Mums and talk about everything that we didn't get to see on the show. This week we're finally going to be looking at Season 1 Nationals, and it's quite an eventful episode. As always, I encourage you guys to go to the link below, which takes you to a PDF of these notes, and you can read through them for yourselves. Because there was more to this episode than the producers cared to show. So like I said last week, this episode was actually filmed before Season 1 Episode 10. So Season 1 Episode 10 was supposed to be Nationals, but this week that happened before it was more eventful. So anytime they mention something that happened last week, think back to the Las Vegas episode. So just keep all that in mind as we jump straight into it. The week begins in Forever Dance Studio in Lake Tahoe, with Abby filming Pyramid alone. They record her saying, "Coming up next on Dance Mums." She says the week in Las Vegas was a waste of time and damaging to her reputation. She says that she can't stake the routine and her entire business on Maddie. She remarks that all the kids were trained in the same way and need to dance like her too. She declares that she's done with putting Vivi on the pyramid and that Mackenzie has been slacking for too long. She calls Nia lazy, but not in the sense that she doesn't want to dance. She says that Brooke needs to learn how to play the game and to intimidate her opponents by doing a full back split. She remarks that if they can't win here, they won't win in LA. Then the mums and girls enter. Abby tells the girls that if they're lazy, they shouldn't be on stage. She says she can't comprehend that all the kids have had the same training and teachers. She doesn't understand why not all kids can correct themselves. You can't expect all the kids to dance exactly the same, especially since they're completely different kids, and they've been treated very differently. Some kids had private lessons and some kids were screamed at constantly. You know, that kind of stuff matters. She goes on to say that Brooke's costume needed to enhance her performance, but it outshone it. When she assigns Brooke and Paige their duet, she tells Brooke that she wants her to shake out her shoulder and to give the number her all. Kelly points out that this is exactly how her shoulder was injured in the first place. Melissa talks to the mums, saying that a group of people are jerks for bringing Kurt here and that they are doing it behind her back. It's very likely that she's talking about the producers here and how they got Kurt to be on the show. Melissa insists that Maddie doesn't want him here and has cried about it. Abby tells the girls to be careful with the mirrors, warning them that if they break, their mothers will have to find more. As the group rehearses, the mums sit outside on the stairs. Holly thinks Abby is expecting the impossible from the girls, especially since they've just been on a bus for 10 hours overnight. Melissa says that if Kurt comes, she is leaving. She wonders why Maddie was placed at the top of the pyramid when all she did was the group dance last week. Holly thanks her for recognising this. Christy talks about the conversation she had with Abby the previous week, saying that Abby called Chloe dumb. The mums all think that the kids could really use a day off. Melissa says her girls are excited for her to have some time away. She recalls that Maddie noticed that she seemed really stressed and explains that her kids will be staying with Gianna. They talk about Kathy, and Melissa says that Kathy has stopped replying to her texts. She explains her holiday again to the mums, saying that she is going to Florida with her husband. She talks about Mackenzie not wanting Maddie to help her. Christy can't believe that the kids have one day to learn the solos, duets, and the group dance. Holly talks about a dance teacher that she once had, who apparently was as mean as Abby. Meanwhile, Abby barks at the girls, telling them that this choreography is from one of their old dancers. She yells at Chloe to stop looking at Maddie. She lets the girls take a break and talks to Melissa, telling her that Mackenzie is not doing well. She complains about Paige not getting it and Nia not having energy. After all that travel, I would not be holding such high expectations. Abby says that the girls are doing a lot of floor work on their knees, saying that it is in their contract that they must have knee pads. Abby says that she needs to rehearse the kids without anyone else around. The producers then make a note that Abby refuses to get out of the corner of the room, and they do not word it politely at all. Abby freaks out, saying that she will pull the routine if she is not left alone. She tells the mums that if this keeps happening, they will have to bring their kids to rehearse at her hotel room tonight. She says that she doesn't want the kids to look like idiots on TV. Christy and Kelly talk about Melissa, thinking that leaving her kids is irresponsible. Kelly says that someone went looking through her bag. Given the fact that she doesn't name any specific names here, it's possible that she's referring to a production crew member, which would be very concerning if they were digging through her handbag trying to find some dirt or something. That would be a horrible invasion of privacy, but given some of the things that we've heard they've done in the past, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Melissa tells Holly there is no way we are going to win this. She thinks that Mackenzie will be blamed if they lose. Abby works with Chloe, who seems to become upset, and Christy sends her to the bathroom. Then Chloe begins working on her solo, where Abby yells at her to stretch her feet. Next, Maddie rehearses her solo. This is when Kelly gets upset with Abby, because her daughters are working with Joseph, while Maddie is the priority. Abby sends Kelly home. Kelly is tired of her kids not getting the same treatment as the other kids. Christy follows Kelly outside, and the kids say that they want to leave. Kelly explains that if her kids get a number, then they should be given the same kind of help as everyone else. She says that her kids are fine with just doing a group number, and that unless Abby and Gianna choreograph it, her kids are not doing the duet. Inside, Chloe begins to cry to her mum that she's really tired. Christy tells her that she is dancing better than ever and offers her a massage. Meanwhile, Abby is ranting about Brooke chewing gum when she knows that it's one of her pet peeves. She admits to calling her stupid, saying that the kids need to follow their contracts. Chloe and Maddie rehearse their duet, and then Maddie runs her solo again. Mackenzie approaches the mums crying because she lost a game, and Melissa calls her a sore loser. Everyone leaves the studio except for Maddie, Gianna and Abby, who work on Maddie's solo. Meanwhile at the hotel, Kelly sits in the hot tub by herself. The following day, Abby teaches Brooke and Paige their duet, while the other girls rehearse the group dance. Mackenzie tells her mother that she wants to rest, and that she already knows the group dance. Maddie, Mackenzie, Nia and Chloe sit in a circle and share what they think is beautiful about one another, both inside and out. That's so sweet and wholesome. I wish we got to see more of the camaraderie between the girls, and a bit less of the drama, but I'm glad we can read about it because it just sounds so adorable. Maddie and Chloe work on their solos and their duet while Gianna barks at them. Maddie runs her solo again as Abby has her parent-teacher conference with the mums. Abby says that talking to Nia is like talking to a brick wall. She tells Holly that Nia needs to be more mature, and that now she acts like a 5-year-old. Abby says that she will take it to her deathbed that Chloe isn't afraid of her, and she wants to work on her acro. She talks about Brooke and Paige, saying that dancing one day a week is starting to really show. She says that if she were their mother, she would crawl into a hole. But according to the mums' interviews, she didn't have anything negative to say to Melissa. The scene ends rather abruptly here, and we know that there's more to the scene because we see Kelly storming out later. It seems like there are a few things missing from this episode, including the girls going bowling, which we know for a fact happened later this particular day, and also Maddie and Chloe performing their solos doesn't seem to be here either. It seems like the producers just lost some notes somewhere along the line, maybe during printing, so for now let's move forward with what we do have. The next day, the girls get ready in the green room. Christy says that she's mad about the Good Morning America news segment that was published that day. She says that she's frustrated that they're always being told on the show that they won't be portrayed in a particular way, and then they constantly are. Holly is worried because she has a career and will have to explain this to her students. Christy says that all production does is lie, even though the mums have been so cooperative. Holly says that she had fun bowling the previous day. In an interview, she said that Nia won, and that Melissa is not a gracious loser. She says that she knows whenever Nia wins something that there will be some sort of tension. Kelly yells at Paige, telling her to stand still. Paige says that she is going over the duet, but Kelly tells her not to. She says she needs to make sure that Brooke's costume looks the same, telling Paige that she should have gone over it the previous night. Kelly reveals that this is the first time that Paige has done a duet. Abby enters the room and it is revealed that Maddie and Chloe's costumes haven't arrived. They have the tutus but not the tops. Kelly goes into the hall with her kids, pointing out that once again Abby and Gianna are more worried about the other duet. Kelly runs back into the room, angry because she has no music. Abby goes to other dressing rooms asking if anyone has a spare CD to put the music on. She also goes to the sound booth to ask for a CD, but they don't have any. They do say that they can play the music from a laptop though, which they agree to do. Abby gets a call telling her that there's still no package, meaning that Maddie and Chloe's costumes are lost. Abby has mentioned before that when she would get costumes delivered to the hotel, the producers would then intercept them, so perhaps that's what happened here. Kelly stands backstage while her girls perform their Ooh La La duet. She thinks that they did well considering the fact that they learned it in 45 minutes. She tells Brooke that she will not let her dance anymore today unless they take her to a chiropractor. Abby gets Maddie and Chloe's duet held so that they can find the costumes. Eventually they find them, and Kelly seems upset when she sees them. She later mentions in an on-the-fly interview that the girls got great costumes, while her kids got department store clothes that she had to stone herself. Abby rehearses the girls in another room, and Kelly points out that it is unfair that their kids get a teacher to run their dance. After Maddie and Chloe perform their duet, Kelly takes Brooke to the chiropractor. During the awards, Brooke and Paige win 5th place overall, and Maddie and Chloe win 1st. The mums and Kurt greet the girls in the green room. Brooke says that she had an ultrasound on her hip. She was told that it was overstretched and that she needed to rest. Abby and Kelly talk alone. Abby tells her that Maddie is a joy to work with and that her kids are a struggle to work with. Kelly says that Abby only wants Maddie at her studio, and Abby says that she doesn't want 500 Maddies. Kelly shoots back that Abby lost 90% of her students because they can't meet her expectations. She says that she will leave her studio too. Abby accuses her of being jealous of Maddie, and Kelly says that she is mad because her kids aren't treated equally. Kelly says that her kids won't be doing any more solos, and Abby tells her that she won't be a part of the ALDC. An hour and a half later, Abby takes the girls on a trip. Christy tells Abby before they leave that Chloe wants to quit dance, and Abby tells Chloe that there is a long list of kids who want to take her place. When they arrive at the park, Abby tells the girls that they will not all grow up to be professional dancers, which shocks the girls. She takes Chloe aside to talk. Chloe says that she is tired, and Abby responds, "Don't you think it's tiring for me?" Why is Abby making this about herself? This is child labour that's making the kids tired. Abby, yes, is an adult, and yes, it probably is exhausting, but you would think she'd have more sympathy for these kids who were losing a chunk of their childhood in order to make this show. When Chloe asks if Abby thinks that she could be on Broadway, Abby says yes, because her mum is tall and she has talent. The following day, Abby hands out the group costumes in the green room. She tells Mackenzie that she wants her to remember that she got her first bra from Abby. Ew, why would she say that? That is so creepy. Kelly wants to send a picture to Melissa. Mackenzie has nail polish on, and Abby says that Melissa is getting a big demerit for that. Kurt comes into the room and Abby takes him outside. Kurt says that Abby has her girls brainwashed and that they live in fear. He claims that Maddie says that she doesn't need Abby and that she can make it with any teacher. Kurt wants to do everything possible for his daughters to go somewhere else. Back in the green room, Kelly suggests that Nia should be the one posing at the end of the group dance, but Abby dismisses the idea. Abby yells at Nia for talking to Holly. The girls perform the group dance, and Gianna is told by the competition owner that if they don't compete tomorrow, they will be disqualified. At awards, the group dance wins. The girls are announced for entrance into the dance showdown. Abby has mentioned that during Season 1 Nationals, the girls actually won this big overall award. I reckon maybe it was the title showdown that's mentioned here. Abby is very proud because she thought the other group was going to win. A few hours later, Abby, the mums, the girls, and Kurt go on a boat ride to the beach. A park ranger says that the boats have to leave and can't come back. He says that it's a federal beach and he once saw a man get disemboweled. I think he's talking about a man getting injured by the boat's mechanics. It's a little hard to be sure though. Kelly and Kurt discuss their mutual hatred of Abby. Kurt claims that Melissa cheated on him for 2 years. And with that, we've reached the end of yet another episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed learning about the Season 1 finale. Don't worry, because the music video episode will be up next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.